we're so glad you were able to join us today as we celebrate the honor that has been bestowed upon Sonja Crum, which is the Patriot Award issued to her by the Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve. So my name is Suzanne Smith. I'm the Chief Nursing Officer at San Juan Regional Medical Center, and Sonja is the manager for our childbirth services. And the Guards person, she is Army Guard, registered nurse. She is a nurse that works on the Labor and Delivery Unit, and she's been there for quite a few years, and she has submitted Sonja for this award. So I'd like to just read to you a letter from Mike Kakuska. Mike Kakuska is the chairman for the New Mexico Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve Committee. And he writes, on behalf of the Department of Defense and the Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve in New Mexico, thank you for all that you do for not only your employed service members, but the country as a whole. Without you and all other employers who support our National Guard and Reserve components, we would not be able to sustain our present military strength. Today's military is made up of approximately 50% active military and 50% reserve components. In days past, our reserve component were sometimes called weekend warriors. In today's world, as you are aware, the reserve component is a highly trained group that is deployable throughout the world. The question is not if they will be deployed, but when. I know that you are fully aware of the quality that you get when hiring the reserve component employees. However, it goes way beyond this in that you are also taking a patriotic position by showing the community your support for the United States and for our defense forces. We are fully aware of the sacrifices that you must make when your reserve component employees are deployed. Thank you again. The appreciation that we can express does not do justice for the high regard in which we hold you and the sacrifices that you and your organization must make. Our citizen soldiers are indebted to you. Thank you. So at that time, I'd like to ask Sonja to come forward. Okay, so Sonja, I'm gonna, I'll give you this, I'll hand it off. So Sonja's being honored by Cynthia Stock. She's a guardsman, registered nurse on the OB department. So this award is a coin from the ESGR and also then a pin from that group.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, I think it's really important that we as employers, as an organization, that we absolutely do support our Guard and Reserve. As Suzanne pointed out, I am a veteran, both of active duty as well as the Guard. And so that support is really, really meaningful to us to know that we're being supported by our employer whenever we get deployed. And so, it's a huge tradition as well in the United States that a great part of our armed forces are made up of reserve components. That's been something that's been present since the Revolution in the United States. So we want to fully recognize that. We need to recognize ourselves as an organization for historically supporting the people that are doing that. Thank you to our service members. But for those of us who are veterans and have been service members, we want to thank the employers who have supported us along the way so that we could fulfill what we felt was our duty to serve in the military forces. So thank you.
Again, we just would like to acknowledge Sonja for her contributions, support of her reservists, and really overall the organization. We take a very proud stance in supporting our reservists. We have several individuals who report across a lot of departments who are reservists, and we think that is an important component that we acknowledge and recognize that and support them in the work that they do, both here and as a reservist when they are deployed. So thank you very much for coming. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time.
Cindy first contacted me, my employee, and let me know that she had nominated me. I didn't really understand the fullness of it until then I was contacted by the military, and they let me know that they'd be presenting something, and I'm honored to be able to support them. She just said that she always appreciated my support, so she has been deployed as a reservist several times while working up on the Childbirth Unit, and she just said, you're always so great to work with. You support me when I'm deployed, you're texting me, you're checking in with me, you're making sure I'm doing okay. And so she was just grateful for that support, and she said she never felt like it was a burden to the unit. It helps you have just a sense of pride for your country and what they do to protect and honor us. And then having the military come in here and help us with COVID, it's really just kind of brought it full circle. It's like, wow, this is what they're doing when they're out and they're called up to go and serve. So we were able to benefit a little from those reservists being called up, and it really just helped bring it full circle for me. So I'm honored to have an employee that works with us that is a reservist.